Okay, so now we got the, we're about to put on the rear sprocket. Alright, some ghetto girl just drove by and she's pulling in her driveway. Nice music. Anyways, lovely place. We're just gonna go. And actually I'll put these on the bolts instead of the threads so I don't get this thing all greasy. I'm gonna throw some WD-40 on the bolts, get those ready. And I'm going to torque these. My specific bike is 65 foot-pounds of torque. I got the torque bar right here, and I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. I'm not sure. Maybe this will work. Yeah, it should work right there for you guys. Also, when you do this, you're going to want to tighten the bolts in a star pattern. That way you don't warp anything on there. And you don't screw anything up. Because you would not want to screw anything up on here. It's only your life. And once you hear that click, you let off. And you start on a new one. Now this is a little tricky to do a crisscross pattern with this because I have 5 instead of 6. And it's more of a pentagon than a star. Alright, that works here. Alright, so now those are all at 35. So now we're going to bump that up to 65. Anyway, same guy. We're just going to check them. And we're good. So we're going to work on putting it all back together. Okay, as you can see, sprocket's on. I went ahead and put the front sprocket in. That's a nice fit. I cleaned out everything in here. I got it pretty good. There's so much on there that, you know, the bike's old. I can't get it off, so whatever. Now we're going to go ahead and put the rear wheel back on. And I'll probably set you up right here. You guys should be able to see. Let's check you up. And you want to make sure your spacers are in the right way. I put a little bit of grease on the spacers and some grease on the drive shaft there. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can put this back on. Got it on a little bit. Make sure your spacers are nice and tight in there. And where to put this? Just take a rubber mallet from this side. I should be getting close to being through. And I'm going to line up this. Make sure that's going to come right through. But also line up my caliper bracket. Which I hope is not too late for that. And I think it is. So I'll have to take this off and redo it. Awesome. Now the wheel is back on. Throw on this clip here. Give it a little WD-40. Just for good luck. Got your nut. Now, you're not going to want to tighten this all the way just yet. You're just going to want it semi-tight so you can still move the wheel. I'm going to go ahead and do the calipers after everything's all set. This is still pretty loose. That'll do. Tighten the front drive. Now, if you remember, I told you don't throw away your old chain. This is because we're going to wrap this around to get our tension back. We're going to use our breaker bar again in between the wheel, and we're going to tighten this thing up. I'm going to do it the same way. Probably just use manual hand, and this will go to 40 foot-pounds. And I'm going to put some Loctite on there, so I'll go ahead and get that. Okay, the front drive sprocket is set to 40 foot-pounds of torque now. Went ahead and I put some Loctite on there. I didn't show the process, but it's just the reverse process of getting it loose. It's pretty straightforward. Put your bar back in and wrap your old chain around there so you're not using your new chain and stretching it out or doing anything stupid like that. So, we're almost done. We're almost there. Our next part would be to install the chain. Now, after much debate, after much seeing online what everyone's saying and everything, and my own personal budget, I decided to go with a clip style master link instead of the rivet. It's about $100 cheaper, just because of the tool, and I really don't care about the tool. I'm going to use some super glue on it just for reassurance. I have a gold chain. The whole set I bought off eBay for only 160 bucks. Any mechanic wanted over $200 for a set, and I'm not paying that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing all set up and we'll get back. Alright, once you have the chain fed through, just like this, if I have to tell you how to put a chain on, then exit out of the video, because you're fucking stupid. So there it is. As you can see, the master link now, right here. There's no master link there. So, we're going to put it on. This is your master link. Your chain's going to have this stuff right here. It's a bunch of little wax. Yeah. This is my clip. Some of you might not have clips. You'll have rivets, and for them, go to a different video. This is the back plating and your little O-rings right here. What you're going to do is you're going to put a generous amount of grease on these O-rings. 2 are going to go around the back here. You're going to take that, you're going to slide it through, back plate facing your tire, and you're going to put it through, and then you're going to repeat the same thing. You're going to put these on the other side, then the plate, then you're going to put your clip on. I'll show that once I get it all set up. Okay, and here's your master link right here. As you can see, the clip's on. This actually I didn't need to press it on at all because it just slid right on. So now I'm going to install the clip. First though, I'm going to put super glue on the back of this clip, the back side that I'm going to use. Tip when you're installing these clips, this little open end faces this way. This closed end goes this way because your chain is going to turn your chain is going to turn this way. It's going to come up and around. Wheel's going to move, you're going to go forward. So you're going to want it this way, so it has no way to come off. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put all that together and I'll show you how it comes. Alright, well, there it is. Alright, if you guys didn't notice, this camera might be slightly different. This is just the conclusion to it. The bike is all put back together. The fairings are on, the chains on there and everything, sprockets, and these are tightened down to spec here. Everything went smooth. The back, I believe, was about 70 pounds per square inch torque. All I did to get these straight is I lined this up as close to this new chain mark as I could. There's a little arrow that's right in here. I got that. I also measured the distance from the end of the bolt to the end of the swing arm. I believe I did a good job getting it straight. Not too sure. And everything else went on good. I went out, test drove it, and that's about it. I mean, just make sure you put that back on straight, the wheel. Most newer bikes that you probably have little lines here. You also have your chain tensioners. They're relatively straightforward. You just line up the one line, so you have 3 lines. You line up, say, the middle with, the middle over there. So that's it. That's basically how to change your chain and sprockets. It only took me about 2.5 hours, just because I was fooling around with the camera. I did a lot of cleaning up in here, underneath the front drive sprocket. That was a pain in the ass. There's a lot of grease and build up under there. These are the toothbrushes I used to get that clean. Other than that, that's about it. I'm hoping to get a camera pretty soon so I can do some vlogging. So if you like the video, definitely subscribe. Good to have some more stuff up on there. And that's about it.